Welcome to Better Your Play series, where I showcase every single match that I go up against, give you guys a full review breakdown, and hopefully can help you guys out with any tips, tricks that I know of, and as well showcase my opponent's schemes and much more. In today's video, we have a high scoring match, a crazy wild match that is, going up against Texas A&M as I'm using Kentucky once again. My opponent kicks off the game with the first possession, couple plays into it. Check this out, I'm sending some heat, but I don't really get too much pressure, but it makes him worry and scrambles out, and he makes a Pat Mahomes play and just chucking it deep. Should have been a swatted pass, and somehow his player makes a crazy catch, and he ends up scoring the first points off this wild play. I get my first possession, and check out how the blocking happens for me right here, as my guys literally did not block the right D tackle and just gave up a free sack. Now, he was in cover one defense, he went back to it. 2 plays later on 3rd and 3, and I check it deep because once I see 1-on-1, I'm letting that thing fly because I got speed out here with Kentucky. The thing about this match is that my opponent was doing Pat Mahomes-like plays, pretty much playing this arcade style, playmaking his receivers, and just chucking up some crazy passes. Now right here, unfortunately, I miss a user tackle, come back around to make a hit stick, force fumble to get the ball right back. But this is pretty much what kept my opponent in the game. He was making bad plays out of nothing, and it was frustrating playing this type of player, but it happens. He was just making great plays out of nothing. So I ended up making him fumble just for him to force a fumble, making me give the ball right back to him. So I end up making him go for it. Now I got a little bit pressure. 4th and 24, he goes for it. I get the ball right back with great field position. And then once again, you take a look at this play once again. Throughout this game, multiple times I had my lineman just not blocked. So this lefty tackle should have been picked up by a double team block, and my guys just let them loose. So either they're just letting them loose or not blocking at all and letting them bypass. So that's how my opponent got his pressure compared to me. Now I get down to the red zone, I see man blitz, I'm gonna run a hitch route against 1-on-1. That's a win every single time, and I end up scoring. So I'm keeping my possession lead alive. So my opponent gets downfield, we cause a forced fumble. Unfortunately, we could not pick up the ball. And then once again, my opponent is making plays out of nothing. Right here, 3rd and 15, check down pass. I miss on 2 whiff tackles, and it gets them down to the red zone. So, like I said, this guy is scrambling for his life, trying to make plays out of nothing. Fortunately, I give up a easy touchdown pass right here. He tested my users, and I just let him throw it down the middle, which was a good pass by him because I thought I'd be able to lurk it. So right before half, this was kind of strange. So I threw a check down pass to pick up a little bit more yards. Now he went to cover my speedster, and then he went to prevent defense using that safety on the left side, and then he just didn't do anything. Now I guess he thought I wouldn't have scored, but he didn't play his assignment, so I was able to score right before halftime, which was what I needed because starting out the second half, I get ball first. So he tries to go for the onside kick because he knows he can't stop me. I was able to recover it. I get down to the red zone. His red zone defense clamped me up, which I had to set up for a field goal. So I'm keeping the possession lead alive. Now up 2 possessions. And all I got to do is make him work clock. But when I couldn't get pressure, he's just making ridiculous plays like this. I thought I had an easy interception, but for some reason my guy flopped. Apparently it was out of my reach. So I ended up giving a big touchdown. But when I get the ball right back, he leaves 1-on-1. And you know what I'm going to do. I'm going to throw it deep when I see that 1-on-1. Now, shout out to my opponent. Just because I could not get any pressure until the last second, he had just enough time to find somebody wide open and make plays out of nothing. And this is what was killing me. And then it's like when I do get pressure, it's like, man, I might have a chance to finally stop him. But, you know, these big play yardage that he has, he ends up making up for the lost yardage that he ends up getting. So right here, you guys clearly see that I'm playing just a basic cover 3. Now I'll go to use the slot because he kept having this hitch route, short hitch route that is wide open, and for some reason, my left cornerback wants to not play his assignment and come down and play the same player that I'm trying to play with, and just leaves the slot receiver wide open. For me, I still got to try to play aggressive just based off how this game's going, so he ends up playing double team on the left side. Forget that I have another speedster, so I throw on the right side 1-on-1, get a touchdown scored quickly, and then it comes to hoping to have my defense try to get pressure. Now right here should have been a pick. We swapped the ball away. He still has a lot of time, and he's able to make playmaker plays, reroute his receivers, and just have them get big yardage. So, of course, I was blitzing only 3 down linemen, but right here I end up blitzing everybody, and he avoids it and able to scramble to the left when I shift my guys to the left to contain that, and he was able to score. So all I got to do is run out the time. He sat in cover 3. I just kept taking off with my quarterback until he switched up his defense to man blitz. And you know what happens when you do that, throwing a deep. I stayed aggressive instead of being conservative because, once again, how this game's going. So, he's still fighting, he's still sticking this game. I end up subbing out my linemen and put the second, third string players in. I was able to finally get pressure, and he wasn't able to really, make plays. Right here, almost caught an interception, still the game, 4th and 19, still not quitting. And then we end up having to use a swat to seal this game finally. So this game was much tougher than it should have been. I think the pressure and then my opponent just making plays was the game changer, making it super difficult for me to compete in. But we still got the dub, and now we're closing in on the playoff run for the championship. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. Until next time, I'll see you guys later. I'm out. Peace.